Look, I don't get it, okay? I did all this extra reading. I used this really cool online journal. I mean, my diagrams looked awesome.
Why are you telling me about it?
It's just, you got an A on your half and I got an A- on mine.
Yeah, well, it can happen.
No, it can't. You didn't even know what a cell looked like when we were working together.
I thought that you still weren't talking to me.
Well, yeah, I can't understand how I did worse than you.
I guess you just don't have my genius. Hey.
Look, there's a typo on the first page. You don't spell zygote Z-Y-G-O-A-T-S. Did you not even spell check?
That is the American spelling.
No, it's not. Look, this has to be a mistake. I mean, Miss Reeves must have used the incorrect marking criteria or something.
You just can't handle the fact that I did better than you.
You don't actually believe that, do you? I heard you talking to Hot Josie. You freaking out that you flunked it.
Well, are you going to say something?
Yeah. I'm going to ask Miss Reeves about my mark and find out what went wrong.
Is that an A?
What?
Yeah, it is. Don't act so surprised.
No, we're not. We're not. But you've never got an A before. That's great.
Oh, hey, did you hear that? Your brother got an A. Yay!
Yeah, but I think I might have fluked it, because I got more than Bailey.
It happens.
No, it never has before. And I was convinced I was going to fail.
Yeah, but sometimes you can do a good job even if you doubt yourself.
Yeah, exactly. It just goes to show you that when you put in the hard work, you get the results. You should be proud of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. I am.
Oh, good for you. Now, if you would just apply those skills you learned to the rest of your studies, you should be kicking goals at school.
Hey, leave my boy alone. We're so proud of you. You're gorgeous.
You think I'm crazy?
No, I just had no idea you're this hardcore.
Yeah, well, there's a lot you don't know about me.
So I'm beginning to find out. Remind me never to get on your bad side.
You should know that by now.
Imogen, I really think you should be careful not to get caught.
See, that's what you're forgetting. I'm smarter than you.
Okay, then, well, what are you going to do about it, smart girl?
That's where I'm kind of stuck.
Stuck. Says the girl who just claimed to be smarter than me.
Yes, well, you've got experience with this sort of thing.
You mean like breaking the law?
Don't say that.
Let's call it covert operations.
Just tell me what you do.
Give me a look at the papers again.
Need to be somewhere?
Yeah, I gotta get back to work. Paul needs me to, like, pick up some files for him or something.
Oh, sounds thrilling.
Okay, so you've got his version of the incident.
All lies, of course.
You've got hospital admission forms, Medicare
Yeah,
number.
nothing really useful.
Are you sure he's actually dodgy?
Of course. Dad said he put up a sign and I believe him.
Well, then you have to go through with it.
I know, but I have nothing to go on.
Well, you've come this far. You'll figure something out.
That's it? That's your advice?
All right. Listen, when you're doing this kind of investigation stuff, you sort of have to learn to think like a cop, right?
I guess.
So be the smartest cop you can. Gather as much information as you can until you figure out exactly what's going on.
Are teachers allowed to do this?
It's the same teacher that gave you an A, so obviously there's something wrong with it.
Have you said anything to her?
Not yet.
Are you going to?
Well, no. I thought I'd tell Mrs. Kennedy instead, seeing as she's the one that handed out the assignment.
Bailey, don't say anything. If it gets remarked, I could get marked down.
Yeah, well, you should be used to that by now.
But Mum and Dad were stoked. Okay, it's my first ever A.
If she's marked them wrong, that's not fair on the rest of the class.
Yeah, and it's her first day. You know, she could get into very serious trouble. Is that what you want?
No,
All right, what are you all doing in here unsupervised?
They're not. Can I help you, Miss Ramsay?
Miss Reeves, sorry, I didn't realise you were in here.
Obviously not, but I am, and everything's under control.
It's just, why are you playing George's video? I thought this was a science class.
It is, and I know it's a little bit off topic, but I just wanted to give the kids a treat. They all did such excellent work on their recent assignments.
Okay. All right, look, you just might want to turn the volume down a bit. It's going right up the corridor.
Oh, oops. Sorry about that. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah, oh, yeah, you're welcome.
Okay. Where were we?
you're back again. Aren't you supposed to be working at Toadie's?
Oh, well, I am working, sort of. Seeing as Toadie won't let me anywhere near Eric's case, I would like to offer you my services free of charge.
Really?
Yes, and as your lawyer, I have a few questions about the plaintiff, Mr. Eric Edwards. Now, was he actually a member of the gym?
No, he just comes in on a casual basis.
And what's he been like to deal with?
Pleasant enough.
No problems with him at all?
Not that I know of.
And when he trains, is he usually with someone else? Family, friends?
I'm not sure, but I think that's enough of the questions, all right? I think it's great that you want to help, but I think you should leave the investigative work to Toadie.
You know he's on Eric's side, right? So do you even have a lawyer?
I'm going to get one. Seriously, I don't want you stressing about this.
What about the $500,000?
How did you know about that?
I overheard you and Mum talking.
You don't need to worry about this. I'll be fine. You'll see.
Hey, what are you up to?
Writing a good old-fashioned postcard.
What, from Erinsborough?
To Longley. Thanking her for coming to the surprise party last week.
Well, I'm sure she'll like that.
Yeah, well, it's not the same as being with her. Hey, keeping you busy?
Yeah. Hey, you almost done? I was thinking we could shoot some hoops when you get home.
Shoot some hoops?
Yeah, what? You worried your old man might actually beat you?
Yeah, right. No, I can't right now, Dad. I still got so much work to do.
Well, didn't you start early?
Yeah, but Paul's been giving me such a hard time lately. He's had me lugging these around all day.
What's in them, anyway?
Legal documents.
What, from the hotel?
Well, these ones were stashed in Paul's penthouse suite, and I had to pick up another bunch from the courthouse this morning. Now I've got to take them to Tim Collins's office.
Well, since when do you work for Tim Collins?
Hey, I don't ask any questions, okay? I just do what Paul says. I nearly got fired last week.
I don't know how you can work for that man.
I don't have time to talk about it.
All right. I wish I knew what Paul was up to.
The only man I know who's dodgier than Paul is Tim Collins.
So if they're planning something together, it can't be good and they're dragging Mason into it.
What are you going to do?
I got a mate over at the courthouse who owes me a favour. Might give him a call.
Jen, could I have a word, please?
Excuse me, Mrs. Kennedy.
Could you go back in 5 minutes, please, Bailey?
Oh, of course.
You just stick to teaching the syllabus. That doesn't include playing music videos during biology class.
I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. I was just rewarding the class for their assignments.
I appreciate that. But playing a video for the entire period is not an appropriate way to do that. It's day one. You set a bad tone.
I'm really sorry. I promise it won't happen again.
Good. I expect a high standard from my teachers. I know it's important to keep the kids engaged, but we're here to educate, not just entertain.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Yes, Bailey, what was it?
You know what? Never mind. Sorry.
Cheers. Have a good day. Paul, how you going?
Why do you care?
Well, I was just on the phone earlier to a friend of mine that works down at the courthouse.
Oh, you have friends?
Apparently, you're trying to get your old fraud conviction quashed.
Oh, it's good to hear they're giving out information so freely down there.
It's all in the public record.
Oh, so you didn't hear it from Mason?
No.
So how did you know that I was getting my court documents together in the first place, eh?
Why don't you just tell me why you're doing this?
Because I think the conviction was unjust.
How do you figure that?
Well, I was ill at the time it happened. I was later diagnosed with a brain tumour. I mean, that happened years afterwards, but it had been affecting my behaviour all along.
And you're sure you don't still have this tumour?
Since the crime was caused by my medical condition, I simply want justice to be served.
You really expect people to believe all that? I know there's more to this, and you better keep my son out of it.
Oh, so he did mention it to you then?
No, for some reason he has a misplaced loyalty towards you.
Yeah, he's a good kid. Actually see quite a bit of myself in him.
Since when last week you were going to fire him?
Changed my mind. And he should be glad that I did, because I can offer him opportunities he can't get anywhere else.
Meaning?
Meaning if he sticks with me, he's got a bright future. With you, nothing.
Howdy,
you talk with Mrs. Kennedy go?
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Why not?
Well, I went there to tell her, but Jem was there. She was getting in trouble for showing us the music video in class.
From Susan?
Yeah, dude, I didn't want her to lose her job. I didn't want you to lose your A either.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, just don't let it go to your head.
I won't. But if you ever need any help with your biology homework, you didn't know who to ask.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Why not?
How do you spell zygotes, buddy?
Oh, I told you, it's the American spelling.
Thanks for telling Susan.
What?
You told her about the video clip? You couldn't wait to dob me in, could you?
No, I didn't. Susan said she overheard a group of kids talking about it.
Really?
Yes. Look, if I had a problem with you, I would talk to you about it. I wouldn't drop you in it with the principal.
Sorry, I guess I got it wrong.
Yeah, you did. And quite frankly, I don't care.
Look, I had no right to go off at you.
It's fine.
No, it isn't. I should have known that you'd never do anything like that. I'm really sorry. Take you out for coffee, my treat?
Thanks, but I really need to get through this before I get out of here.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kate. I'm sorry again.
Hello. You were here when Paul originally confessed. Can you remember much about it?
Oh, yes, it was huge. A fraud case involving Phil Martin, his brother-in-law.
What happened?
Paul did a Christopher Skase. He shot through. When he came back to face the music, he spent a few years in the slammer.
So why would he be trying to get the conviction quashed now?
I've no idea. But if there's a way out of anything, Paul will find it. He's like Teflon. Nothing sticks.
Yeah, I saw that when he bribed the councillor.
A case in point. They have witnesses, they have proof, and suddenly all the charges were dropped.
Except everyone knows he was guilty.
Yeah, but knowing and proving are two different things, aren't they?
You guys are talking about Paul again.
I just want you to be careful, mate.
Yeah, I know what he's like, Dad, but he's my boss.
Yeah, and I'm your dad. And I hate that you're investing your future in it.
Come on, he's not all bad.
He's planning something and he's got you right in the middle of it. Look, I know you see this as a career opportunity, but you really need to think about Paul's motives.
I gotta get back to work.
Maybe you should just drop it.
I can't stand by and watch while Mason gets dragged into whatever Paul's doing.
What can you do? You don't have any proof.
Actually, I think I know someone who can help.
Imogen, how you going?
Yeah, okay.
Now, I know you're not officially on the payroll, but doing personal stuff at work isn't exactly kosher.
I get it. It won't happen again.
Good on you. Thank you. Now, if you could refile these, that'd be great.
Sure, not a problem. Do you want another coffee?
No, thank you.
Can you just look at it?
I told you to stay out of it.
Please, this could help you. I couldn't find anything on his Facebook page or his wife's.
How much stalking did you do?
But on his sister's, I found this. He's at a ski resort, and there's a comment saying, "Bet you won't be doing this for a while." It's dated 2 months ago. Don't you see? Eric Edwards had a skiing accident. That's where he really injured his back, and then he faked the gym one so he could make money out of you.
How did you even find his sister's name?
I went through his files.
You what?
But it was worth it. Now you can prove he's lying.
This isn't exactly proof.
I bet if we can find out which ski resort he's at, they'll verify my theory.
Okay, look, you need to stop this.
Well, can you at least pass it on to your lawyer then so they can look into it?
And what do I tell him when he asks me where I got it from? Right, you can't go snooping through people's files. It was wrong, not to mention a betrayal of Toadie's trust.
I'm doing this for you. I hate seeing you go through this.
I know, and if it's true, hopefully it'll come to light another way, but sorry. It can't happen like this.
Rather be skiing, huh?
No.
I never managed to make it past Burke Street.
Sorry?
It's the beginner slope at Mount Buller. I've only ever been there once, though, because I am the worst skier ever.
You're sure this is Mount Buller?
Yeah.
This could really help. At least, I think it could.
What do you mean?
Have you ever known someone, like a friend, who got in trouble and wouldn't let you help them out?
Yeah, being a nurse, you meet stubborn people all the time.
What do you do?
Well, it depends on how bad the trouble is.
Pretty bad. I can't just let it slide.
Well, you can't force people to help themselves, but you can keep pestering them until they see sense. Never underestimate the power of nagging.
Thanks.
Hey, ladies, how did Jem's first day go?
Yeah, well, you know, first days are challenging, even for the best of us.
That's true. That's true. And I think once she finds her feet, she'll be a real asset to the school.
Yeah, of course she will. Well, she's probably waiting for me to get home so she can tell me all about it. So I'll see you guys later.
Bye. Bye. Is that what you really think?
I don't know. I've never had to give a teacher a warning on their first day before. And the way she reacted to you.
Yeah, well, it was scary. She really stuck it to me.
Maybe I came down on her a bit too hard and caused her to overreact.
Well, I don't know, but I'm just glad she took it out on me and not one of the students.
Yeah, that would have been a real disaster. No, it's probably just first day nerves. She'll settle in.
I had no problem with the kids. Like, they were great. You know when you can just tell someone doesn't like you?
You really got that feeling from Kate?
Yeah.
No, you probably just caught her at a bad time.
I don't know. Maybe she feels threatened by me stepping on her territory.
What do you mean?
Well, she's the only young teacher at the school. Now I'm there. Maybe she feels like she has to compete with me.
No, I'm sure that's not it.
Hope not. I feel terrible.
Do you want me to say something to her?
No, no. I don't want to cause tension between you two.
Are you sure?
Yes. Hopefully she'll just get used to having me around.
Yeah, of course she will.
You should go. Karl will be waiting.
Okay. See you later.
Thanks. You look super hot, by the way. Thanks.
Hey, how was your first day?
It's great.
That's good. Thanks for the A, by the way.
You're welcome. You did a good job.
Really? It's just I went over it again and I'm not sure that I deserved it.
Of course you did. You're my cousin. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll find a way for you to repay me.
They should be arriving around about 10 tomorrow, so if you can get it sorted by then, that'd be great.
Paul, hey, do you have a second to talk?
Isn't it your day off?
Yeah, it is, but I've just been wondering about my position here.
You've been talking to your father, haven't you?
No, it's not just that. After the whole Marty thing, you haven't exactly been making things easy on me. You tried to get rid of me last week.
Look, I admit I've given you a bit of grief over the Marty thing, but it was all a test.
Of?
Loyalty. And you passed. Yeah, you've proven yourself to be a very valuable employee. And listen, I meant it when I said that you have an opportunity to build a real career by working here. So are you seriously considering throwing all of that away?
No.
But look, I'm sure that your dad thinks that I'm up to something dodgy, and I'm sure that he pressured you into this. But don't let your father's vendetta against me ruin your chances of a good future with this company. So, we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Hey, thanks for coming at such short notice.
Couldn't knock back a free trip.
Rhiannon? What are you doing here?
So good to see you.
I asked her to come. She's here to help me land Paul Robinson. So you had a good one?